Hello and welcome to the next video here in the Onion Man's Rooftop 2-Head Cow Caravan of Treasure. Sometimes barter. The streak continues, as it should. And we are here with another episode of a game show. What kind of show? A game show. Why? Because we couldn't think of a more clever name. So, continuing on, taking a look at some video games I picked up at a garage sale in Albuquerque, New Mexico, of all places. That was a long-ass drive, I'll tell you that much. But found some decent stuff, I think. A couple of these games I've never even heard of, so that's kind of interesting. And then found absolutely nothing in any stores. Checked out a couple different GameStops, didn't find anything. Checked out multiple Walmarts, didn't find anything. It was a bum trip if it hadn't been for like this one garage sale. And even then, like, what's here is cool. I just don't know if it was driving all that way cool. Like, I feel like I probably could have found all these online if I really wanted to, and I just didn't, I guess. I don't know. So we'll see. We'll see what you think. If you think this was worth a multiple hours long drive to find nothing in any stores and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games at a garage sale, you let me know. So we'll just start off at the top here. There are 4 PS2 games and 2 Xbox games, original Xbox. He had a mixture of stuff. He had old stuff too. He had like a lot of NES and Super Nintendo cartridges, and there was some I really wanted, but I kind of had a feeling he knew the value of a lot of his older games, because the some of those NES cartridges I wanted were like he was putting up there for big money. Like he had an original cartridge of the very first Metal Gear game, and he was asking quite a bit for it, and then not what I was willing to pay. Same thing with like some of the SNES cartridges. He had big numbers on those, but he had low numbers on all the Xbox and PS2 games. I don't know if maybe he wasn't as familiar with those, because there's a couple of games here that I know for sure are worth more than what I paid. But I don't know if maybe he was only familiar with the retro games, or just because they were more retro, he had bigger prices on them. I don't know. But we'll go through them here. We'll look at the 2 Xbox games and then go down through the PS2 games, because 3 of the PS2 games are actually a whole series. So both of these, no, not both. One of these Xbox games I've never heard of. This one I have. I used to see it all the time, like at Blockbuster or Hastings. Where I grew up, there was a Hastings. I don't know if y'all are familiar with that. But it is Armed and Dangerous. And I never got it just because it looked janky. Like this cover, it's like Brute Force. Remember I said like I never played Brute Force, but I saw it all the time because it looked like it had a horrible ass cover. Same thing with this one. I remember seeing Armed and Dangerous all the time and never giving it a shot. So I guess now finally I can, huh? Editor's Choice Award from the official Xbox magazine. It looks cool. I'm interested to know what's up with this homeboy mech gladiator with a cup of coffee. Or whatever that is. That's a loud snapping. That's about to break. Okay, next one. This is the Xbox game I've never heard of. Dungeons and Dragons Heroes. I'm almost positive this is a reproduction artwork. It just looks off. A little blurry. Like it's been cut. But it is what it is. I know there's Dungeons and Dragons games and some games that are based off of Dungeons and Dragons work. Baldur's Gate, Icewind Dale, Planescape. But I never heard of this one. So 4 heroes, 1 goal, limitless danger. Ooh. Fair enough. I'm like, what is it? Like, look at the back of this. This is definitely like a printed out artwork. It's got to be. There's no way like this came out this blurry. 4 distinct heroes. I don't even know. Like, is this like a Diablo clone, or is it like 4 people strategy, like Final Fantasy or something? That's interesting. Gauntlet, maybe? I don't know. Next up, we'll take a look at the PS2 game I'd never heard of. Second Sight. No idea what this is. Never heard of it. Saw the cover and it caught my interest. I did a quick little Google search on my phone and thought, this sounds kind of interesting. I'm going to play it. Yeah. That's such a weird quote. Boasts an array of special effects that wouldn't look out of place in a movie. But yeah, it's supposed to have some like paranormal aspects to it. It's kind of like a bit of a psychological horror game of some sort. And like I said, I don't really know much about it, but I don't know. I saw this cover and I got like a Jacob's Ladder vibe. And I wanted to kind of just test it out, see how it worked, see what it's like. Never heard of it, so that'll be interesting. Next one. These are 3 PS2 games that he had all together, and I went ahead and I bought all of them. And like I said, I think these are a little pricey now. Not pricey and crazy, maybe like $20 a piece. But considering I only paid a couple of bucks per game, I'd say it's a steal, and I've only ever played one of these, so yeah. We have all 3 Time Splitter games. Time Splitters 2, and Time Splitters Future Perfect. I've only ever played one of these. I have played Future Perfect, mainly because at the time, when I was younger, I didn't know this was a whole series. It doesn't say Time Splitters 3, it just says Future Perfect. So, is what it is. But there you go. So I'll have to play Time Splitters and Time Splitters 2 before I play this again, see if it makes any more sense. I don't even remember the story as a kid, but I remember playing the game. So yeah, we got all 3 Time Splitters games. He must have bought these all at some place. They all have a similar sticker on them. I can't tell what kind of sticker that is, but if you know, let me know. Because I've never seen that sticker before. It looks like it's just some local store print sticker, which I'm sure is the case. And the last one. This one doesn't have a sticker though, so. And yeah, that's it. That's what we picked up there. Whoop. Pretty cool. And that's going to pretty much be it for this video. So you tell me, Time Splitters Trilogy, 2 games I've never heard of, Dungeons & Dragons Heroes and Second Sight, and then 1 game that always looks so janky I never wanted to even try to play it. Is that worth a multi-hour trip to Albuquerque, New Mexico, of all places? Yeah, it was a disappointing trip. Who knows? Maybe if I play these games and I love them, it will be a trip worth it. But that will time will tell on that. But I went there to look at different stores and stuff and didn't find anything, and it sucked. So yeah. I got a couple more game show videos I am going to make. I got one pretty crazy one that I'll save that one for last. From a trip to Lubbock. I mentioned Lubbock, Texas a lot. It's kind of the biggest, I don't know, and it's not that big of a city. I know that. Like compared to other places in Texas, Dallas, Austin, Houston, it's not that big. It's nowhere near that big. But compared to where I live, it's kind of the biggest place that's easiest to get to. So I always go to Lubbock quite a bit and do a lot of garage sale stuff. I always check their stores because they have multiple Walmarts. They have 2 different Targets, a lot of GameStops, Walgreens, etc. So I'm always finding stuff there. But on my last trip there, I found one of my Holy Grail items. And yeah, I think I've found a couple of different Holy Grail items in Lubbock in recent times. So I guess Lubbock, Texas is the sweet spot for gaming garage sale finds. But I'll save that video for last. The next one is another garage sale that I did here in my hometown, like just last week. So yeah, it'll be fun. But here we go. I'll try to get these set up again. Oh. Mwah! So thumbnail. Anyways, that's it. That's it for this episode of A Game Show. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe if you want to. You don't have to if you don't want to, but I always appreciate anybody who does. And I will catch you guys in the next video.